writing about thoughts on life. This is a really good area to cover. Something I'm still trying to understand, because it can be taken as journaling, you can do it as fucking diary keeping, just to keep yourself a bit more organised. But ultimately, it's keeping a set of something that's going on in your life, or a state, or in your head that's more tangible, so it's there on paper, and it's within a real fungible area that you can conduct and review and cover what's going on in your time. So like a little notebook just for taking quick notes, or you can do on your iPhone. Calendar, diary, keeps everything in check for time. I can manage areas that I want to in my life a bit more easier, and to tell myself which topics we're going to be covering and discussing, what I feel like during that time. Or like I have a diary / goal breakdown and character set, where I talk about things that I want to remove and that I want to implement and what I want to attain within these times. So I think there's a lot that you can do, and it can be quite overwhelming, because some people think you need to write down every single minute, every single day of your life, know everything about yourself and every single goal and dream that you want. Sadly, 99% of people don't know fucking anything they want to do in their life. They know nothing about themselves as well half the time. So a really good area to start is just every time you feel an emotion or reaction, write it down. Put something down, a thought, an idea, a dream, a concept, anything that comes within your conscious of a being, put it on paper, because it gives you something that you can refer to when you're feeling a bit unknown. You can go back to it, reread it and understand it, make it a bit more digestible for your system, because you might be overwhelmed. You could be going through something right now, and just by jotting that idea or that thought down, it's going to help you process it, which is going to be great, because problem solving, that's part of life. We're always going to be solving problems. So like for instance, my calendar diary, that mostly just holds down what I put in for goals. So if I set a goal in a week's time, I'll put it on the next week's page, describing what I want to be done by a time allocated area. And then as well within the current date, so for today it talks about what I want to accomplish, what I want to be doing, what we're discussing right now. You know, this is what we're talking about, and that was put in the book because it was a thought. I didn't know when we're going to execute it, so I put a date, and now we're doing it. Then you also have the other side, where you can talk about ideas within yourself. You can talk about feelings, emotions, worries, dreams, aspirations that you can put down in a book, which is what I use that, which is this one. This has been the best one, I think. This has really helped me understand. Like a really good page to write down, 2 pages I think, which are really good. Write on a page about everything you have accomplished, what you believe you have accomplished, how you think you are, how you feel, like simple fucking things, you know. I put down editor because I do small little clips, but guess what? Technically, I could put myself there for it, and I feel good about it. And there's a load of other things. It really rides the ego, but sometimes you need to do that, because sometimes you're going to be very compromised and down. Bear with me, I'm really itchy on my bloody foot. You can be really down, right? And just reviewing these pages makes you realise I'm not some low worth scumbag. I actually have all of this. I have a whole page that I've written about. You might have 2, you know, it depends how big of words we be writing and how accomplished you be feeling. You could have a lot. I've only got a page, but I've been selective. But then you can also have another page where you talk about things that you don't like doing. So, you know, we've got bad habits. I've got bad habits. And these are things that let me just look at them and go, damn, I'd really be doing that. I don't want to be doing that. So I look at it and go, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to indulge in this. I'm not going to become like this. And it really gives me a better understanding of myself. And then you can also have another area. This was what I was working with at the start, and it was just a thing where I put everything down: dates, times, ideas, thoughts, how I was feeling, revelations, quotes. You know, it was good because it got me on the idea of it and a bit more understanding. And I'm not super heavily invested into it, but it's something I can see being a very beneficial area of my life. So going forward, I'd like to come under the idea that I may adopt it in a higher level of quality. Right now, we're not there, but in the future, we could be. I'll let you know, because I don't know. But it's somewhere written down about doing it, because I had a thought about it. So we're going to follow that thought. It's that simple. You take what has happened and what's going on, and you put it down in a book. Because there's a lot of times where it'll be like a shower idea, or a random thought whizzes through the day, and you don't know what to do with it at the current moment in time because you're too busy, or you're overwhelmed, there's a lot of anxiety going through, or you're feeling so fucking good that you've got something else to be doing. But this idea or thought could bring you to a whole nother level of character, or help out someone that you might know that might be in need of this thought and idea. And by keeping it down on paper, you can go back to it at the end of the week, end of the day, and say to yourself, my God, I'm a genius for writing this down. Because that's how you got to feel. You got to feel good. You're going to feel good as well, I think, writing down. There's no downside. It is only up. It really allows you to curate yourself and become more understanding of what's going on up there, because it's on paper. It's not mumbo jumbo, fantasy la la land. It's on a piece of paper. You get to sit there, you get to read it, you get to understand it better, you know? And that's kind of the gist. There is a lot more, but this isn't for a detailed part. This is just for me to understand. And if you, whoever's watching, takes this, gets a rough idea and is able to cure a choice of ideas and thoughts and process, and you might bring something into your life that's come out of this video, which would be really, really nice. If you do, let me know. You might know something more than I do, actually. So also on that note, let me know. But it really comes down to just being able to look at it on paper. That is the underlying part. That is the highlighted. If you want it 2 seconds in, having it on paper really just does open up a lot of understanding of what's going on in your head. Thoughts, dreams. I think dreams. I'm a person who has shut down a lot of future thought, and I'm bringing it back. I'm thinking far ahead in goal. Like, I've got my goals and realistic points, but I'm thinking like holidays, cars, if I want to have a little bit of spending here and there, something a bit more slav, you know, not a wealthy choice, because I'm a man of investing. I'll put every fucking penny in that fucking that part. But going forward, being able to maybe say to myself, I'm earning X amount, I can then break down a 10% side that goes to there, which allows me to buy so-and-so item ABC, which would be great, you know? And that's something which I'm now jotting down more ideas. If I'm seeing things of a more materialistic value, I put them away. But by having it on paper, I am much more accustomed to bringing on them ideas. Hasn't changed my spending, but it's changed how I feel within myself going forward. So yeah, that was just a quick one. Diary, calendar, personal life, thoughts, dreams, or just a quick one to scrub down some notes to make sense of what was going on. Could be bloody everything, because that's what that was for, that one. I hope you enjoyed. It's been me, your boy. Keep going well, man. Don't hold yourself any lower than you are. You got to realise your own worth. Don't let people take the mick for that. And write it down. Write that shit down and read it to yourself. Tell me after 2 weeks you don't feel something a bit more important about yourself. That's all I got to say. Thanks. Yeah. Yo, family.